GM to relocate office buildings. Get ready to witness one of the world's biggest and most controversial demolitions. Once a shining symbol of Detroit's engineering prowess and automotive legacy, the RenCen Center in downtown Detroit, Michigan, is set for demolition of two of its massive, iconic towers. In April 2024, General Motors announced plans to relocate its corporate headquarters in 2025 to a new real estate development within the city. The move and the demolition comes with a staggering price tag of $1.6 billion. So what makes this plan so controversial? And more importantly, will it actually help General Motors secure its future? Let's dive in. The history. The decision to relocate the headquarters just a few blocks away has raised numerous questions. The primary concern is the expectation that hundreds of millions of public funds will be included in the overall budget. Critics argue that it's reasonable to question the use of taxpayer money to demolish one of the world's most iconic complexes. Stick around as I'll clarify this at the end of the video. Now, why is the RenCen Center so significant? To understand that, we need to look back to its origins in the 1970s. During this period, major companies like Ford, Chrysler, and General Motors were grappling with a crisis, particularly due to the oil crisis of the 1970s. Seeing his hometown struggling, Ford chairman Henry Ford II devised an ambitious plan. He proposed uniting all car manufacturers and the city's industrial companies to help revitalize the struggling businesses and economy. Seeing the potential in his idea, the nonprofit organization Detroit Renaissance was formed. In November 1971, Ford unveiled his plan to invest $500 million in constructing a complex of buildings aimed at revitalizing downtown Detroit. He believed this initiative would serve as a catalyst, drawing people back to the city. Sitting next to Ford at a news conference, Mayor Roman S. Gribbs said that the project can be the greatest physical development in the history of Detroit. The first phase of the RenCen Center opened on July 1, 1976. The first 5 towers were constructed using 2 million square feet of glass, nearly 400,000 cubic yards of concrete, and 40,000 tons of structural steel. The project garnered significant attention, being hailed as the country's largest privately funded real estate development at the time. In 1977, the hotel tower was opened as the tallest hotel in the world. If you search for the tallest building in Michigan, the RenCen Center still tops the list. Unfortunately, the project began facing challenges through the 1980s, following its impressive rise in the initial phases. Many architectural analyses highlighted several flaws, particularly its isolation from the rest of the city. In 1996, General Motors purchased the complex and moved its headquarters there. Finally, in 2003, a $500 million renovation was completed, further showcasing Detroit's remarkable engineering achievements. Current status. As of 2025, the RenCen Center, described as the city within a city, remains an iconic part of Detroit's skyline. Given its significant history, it's easier to understand why it holds such an importance for the city. At the heart of the complex stands the 73-story, 727-foot luxury tower, home of the Marriott International Incorporated Hotel. This tower is still considered one of the tallest all-hotel skyscrapers in the Western Hemisphere. Its location offers convenient access to attractions like Huntington Place, the Detroit Riverwalk, and other entertainment areas. The complex also features a cluster of 4 surrounding 39-story office towers, covering a total area of 2.2 million square feet. Standing at 522 feet, each of these towers offers 660,000 square feet of retail space. 2 additional 21-story towers constructed in 1981 came under GM's control in 2001. Named Tower 500 and Tower 600, these iconic buildings provide over 60,000 square feet of office and retail space. We believe the most important feature of all of these is the 5-story atrium, which opened to its first visitors in December 2001. This dramatic space provides direct access to the international riverfront. The impressive design of the atrium has allowed GM to host exciting events at the stunning riverfront entrance, including Hobnobble Gobble, Super Bowl 40 media events, and more. However, the RenCen Center has faced significant challenges in recent years. As we know, the effects of COVID-19 led to a decrease in demand for office spaces, and the impact has been particularly noticeable in Southeast Michigan. According to the Detroit News, in February 2024, Southeast Michigan and parts of Central Michigan had the highest office vacancy rate at 25%. The RenCen Center has also been in competition with the suburban office market for a long time. But what exactly led to the decision to relocate? Leaving such a historically significant building with its remarkable engineering is no easy choice. Before we dive into the details, we'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think about this decision? Share your opinions in the comments. This is sure to be an interesting discussion. $1.6 billion plan. On April 15, 2025, GM CEO Mary Barra discussed the plan in a news conference, sending shockwaves to everyone connected to the RenCen Center. She said, "We are proud to remain in the city of Detroit in a modern office building that fits the evolving needs of our workforce right in the heart of downtown. Our new headquarters will provide collaboration areas for our teams, executive offices, and display space for our vehicles." So, where exactly is GM relocating to? The new location is Hudson Detroit, which is described as a global destination that embraces the spirit of the city while offering an ideal venue for individuals, businesses, and ideas. This marks GM's fourth headquarters in Detroit since 1911, underscoring how much the company values its connection to the city. Designed by the New York studio Shop Architects, the Hudson site skyscraper has officially reached its full height, making it the second tallest building in Detroit. On April 10, 2024, the final steel beam was raised to the top of the tower, reaching a height of just over 681 feet. Photos of the topping off ceremony were enthusiastically shared on social media, highlighting the name of contractor Barton Mallow on the beam. It was only 5 days before GM made the groundbreaking announcement. While we can't deny this achievement, it's important to note that it was behind the 727-foot tall central tower of the RenCen Center. However, both products had the same vision. Like the RenCen Center, the Hudson Detroit project was started to offer an ideal space for retail and office in its 14-story mid-rise building. Both the 685-foot tall skyscraper and the mid-rise building are connected through a 700-space underground parking garage. Construction began on the site in 2017, and new renderings were released a year later. Initially, the proposed height was 900 feet, much higher than the final result. The project was named after Hudson's department store, which was once located on the site. While we won't dive into details, it's enough to know that this store was completed in 1946 as the world's tallest department store. Unfortunately, it was demolished in 1998, which was then the largest controlled implosion in history. GM signed a 15-year lease to occupy the top floors of the mixed-use retail, office, and event space building adjacent to the 685-foot tall tower. GM will also have a public showroom on the ground floor. But what about the future of the RenCen Center? According to the proposal, two 39-story office towers closest to the Detroit River would be removed, while the tallest tower would remain standing. After the base of the complex is removed, the new open space would be used to enhance riverfront access from downtown. As for the remaining three towers, they would be renovated and repurposed. Marriott International Incorporated Hotel would remain a hotel, but reduce its capacity from 1,200 to 850 rooms. The top floors would be repurposed into high-end family apartments. The adjacent tower would be converted into residential apartments with 300 to 400 units. The other tower would continue to offer office space. Additionally, the plans include other developments such as entertainment areas, dining options, and public facilities along the riverfront. The real estate firm behind Hudson Detroit is Dan Gilbert's Bedrock. The firm also had an option to purchase the 5 towers and acres of parking lots to the east from GM. However, it chose to partner with GM to support its next chapter. Bedrock CEO Kofi Bonner said this iconic landmark's future is important to Detroit and Michigan, and our shared vision with